Let me ask you, Mr. President, about another promise involving Obamacare, to repeal it. And you told the Washington Post that your plan to replace Obamacare will include insurance for everybody. That sounds an awful lot like universal coverage.
It's going to be, what my plan is that I want to take care of everybody. I'm not going to leave the lower 20% that can't afford insurance. Just so you understand, people talk about Obamacare. And I told the Republicans this. The best thing we can do is nothing for 2 years, let it explode, and then we'll go in and we'll do a new plan, and the Democrats will vote for it, believe me. Because this year you'll have 150% increases. Last year in Arizona, 116% increase. Minnesota, 60-some-odd% increase. And I told them, except for one problem, I want to get it fixed. The best thing I could do as the leader of this country, but as wanting to get something approved with support of the Democrats, if I didn't do anything for 2 years, they'd be begging me to do something. But I don't want to do that.
So no one who has this health insurance through Obamacare will lose it or end up with anything
when
less.
You say no one, I think no one. Ideally, in the real world, you're talking about millions of people, will no one. And then, knowing ABC, you'll have this one person on television saying how they were hurt. Okay. We want no one. We want the answer to be no one. But I will say, millions of people will be happy. Right now, you have millions and millions and millions of people that are unhappy.
So we're in the Oval Office.
This is the Oval Office. This is truly one of the great spaces. And I bring people in from General Motors and from Ford and the biggest people, and I bring in the labor leaders and people that are in the labor movement. And they walk into this room and they just want to take it in. They could stand here for an hour just taking it in.
What moves you the most about this room?
Just the history of it, the importance of it, what's happened here. I actually put some pictures up that I thought would be great. Some of the paintings that I thought would be really appropriate. George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Jackson, who a lot of people, they compare the campaign of Trump with the campaign of, you have to go back to 1828, but that seems to be a comparison for, certain obvious reasons. But we put some of these up.
We're standing on Ronald Reagan's rug?
This was Ronald Reagan's, and you have a choice, when you come in. They have 8 or 9 carpets. They have different furniture. The desk is...
the Resolute Desk.
Yes, that's the Resolute Desk.
We have seen the amount of action at this desk already this week.
Right.
The Dow hit 20,000 today.
Right. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. The business community and the labor community. You saw that with the labor leaders that came out. One of them said it was the single greatest meeting I've ever had with anybody. It's the highlight of my life. And the Dow, on top of it, just hit 20,000. First time in history. I'm very proud of that. Now, we have to go up, up, up. We don't want it to stay there.
That's the challenge, Mr. President.
That's going to be the challenge. But it's gone up a lot since I won. Don't forget, when I won, people thought, oh, maybe it will go down. But the business world doesn't think that. The business world knows me. They don't think that. And it was a steady climb, and now we just hit a record and a number that's never been hit before. So I was very honored by that.
The president then takes us through the West Wing to show us the photos they already have on the walls.
And these are some of the pictures that were taken. This is the swearing in and the first dance with Melania.
And just before we leave, the president tells us he wants to show us just one more image.
One thing this shows is how far over they go here. Look how far this is. This goes all the way down here, all the way down. Nobody sees that. You don't see that in the pictures. But when you look at this tremendous sea of love, I call it a sea of love, it's really something special that all these people traveled here from all parts of the country, maybe the world, but all parts of the country. Hard for them to get here. Many of these people were the forgotten men and women, many of them. And they loved what I had to say. But more importantly, they're going to love the result.
Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Our thanks to David for that wide-ranging interview.